Hey, hello, everyone. Good morning. Can you confirm audible or not? Can you hear me?
It's audible, Mr.
So, where we stopped in the last session? The last session, what we discussed? The last session, practically how to run our JS file visa, right? Okay, created like one folder. Inside this folder, you generated like package.json. In the package.json file, you added like one of the command to run your JS file. Okay, now you can start your application or not. Just it's like not in the server. Okay, it's a kind of just run your application. Okay, run your JS file by using okay package.json through package.json or not. For that, what kind of procedure you followed? First, what you did? What kind of procedure you followed? First of all, in your mission, okay, node should be there. That is common thing. In your mission, first thing is like in your mission node should install. If the node is not there, then the time you can install the node software. Everyone knows this one, how to install either node software, either nvm software or not, either node or nvm. That is the first thing you have to do it. What is the next thing? What is the next one? Come on, what is the next one? You have to create one package.json file. You can create, okay, create one folder. Inside that folder, generate or create or place package.json. Generate package.json. Package.json file. Can anyone tell me package.json file how we can generate? Package.json file how we can generate? By running npm init is the command or not. So again, in your mission, maybe this node package manager command not there. If it is not there, no problem. Just you can okay install node software. By installing node software, you can get it. You already checked node software is there or not there, so that automatically this npm also available in your mission. So node, whenever you install, npm command is available as well as node command also available. So once it is created package.json, what we did yesterday, created like one JS file, right? Created one app.js file or not. After that, you added one command to run the JS file or not. Add command to run app.js file in package.json, which section? Scripts section or not. Okay, okay. Now if you go to the package.json, in the scripts section, see, you created like what one command or not. Any name you can give, but the goal is like run your app.js file. Run your app.js file like this. You can add one command to run your js file or not. In which section you have to add? In the scripts section. Already this test is there, it is not required for me, just you can delete it. Like this you can add it. Now if you observe this particular command, see this node mon I am using to run the JS file. To run the JS file, you can use either node or node mon. What is the difference between node app.js versus node mon app.js? Node mon app.js. What is the difference? Node app.js, whenever you run, okay, that operation is completed, just it's terminate. Whenever you do any change, again and again you have to run this command. But the node mon always, it is any changes you made, it is going to just listen those changes. Okay, if you made any change, just it is going to listen those changes or not. It is always just listen those changes. So here nodemon app.js is recommended at the time of development mode. Why? Because while doing some changes, I don't want to run again and again. So I prefer like nodemon to run the JS file. So by default, nodemon is not available. Node also by default not available. You install nodes or nvm software. But here also nodemon also not available. So you can make available nodemon. How to make nodemon available in your mission? There are two ways. One is like Okay, one time you can make it available. Another one is like always you can make it available anytime. Okay, anytime if you want to make it available, you can do it. One time if you want to make it available, just execute that nodemon command one time by using npx command. By using npx command, execute that nodemon one time. Npx is node package executable. You can say whenever you want a node mon, then it is going to execute that node mon, and one time it is make it available and perform some operation is like run it. Anytime if you want to make this node mon is available, you have to do one thing: npm install -g, means a system level global. You can install node mon. Later directly you can use node mon app.js. This is one time operation. Whenever you run this command in your mission, that is available at mission level. Next time onwards, no need to use this npx or this one. Directly you can use it. But one time operation, better to go with the npx command. Okay, like that you can make it available. And finally you can do some changes in app.js, changes in app.js, and run that command. What is that command you need to run? Okay, run npm. Here vts is my command, right? Npm run vts. Whenever you do npm run vts, whatever the value binded with that command is going to execute. So my nodemon is going to run app.js, but internally nodemon also using what? Node.js only, node only. This is the thing we discussed in yesterday's session or not. Clear? Okay. And one more thing, in the file, in the app.js, we discussed like two things. One is like I have some data in a 1.js file. Just I want to make the data is available into app.js file. So how you can make one value available from one file to another file? I have the data, okay, in 1.js. Okay, that 1.js data I want to make it available to app.js. By using which concept we can make one value from one file to another file? Using one of the concept called as modules concept or not. That modules concept also we discussed. One is like ES6 below syntax, you can use it. ES6 below syntax, you can use it. Another one is like, okay, advanced with JavaScript, ES6 syntax, you can use it. The ES6 below syntax, can anyone tell me how to export and how to import ES6 below? How to export and how to import? If you want to export, we have one predefined member is like module dot exports. You can put any value. That value is like exported from that particular file. That may be number, that may be a boolean value, that may be an object, whatever it may be, that is make it available to another file. What about this one? What about import? How we can import ES6 below? This value I want in another file. How we can? By using which function is there? Require. Require is the function. Okay, this is your file path. Whatever the value you exported, that value my require is giving like a return value. Require is a function. How one function gives some value back to us? As a return value or not? As a return value. This value is nothing but this one. This is the way you can export the data from one file. You can import the data from another file. Yesterday we practically, okay, run this one. ES6 syntax is what? For export to and import. Export and import. Two things here. Okay, one is like to export with default to without default is there. I can export one value like this, n1 equals to 10 without default. With default. Import, how we can import from that file path, Okay, here the value is like what? What is that value? Whatever you exported, that value you needed here or not. Whatever the value exported, that value you needed here. This is the way you can export without default. You can import without default value. The next one is like with default. Tell me.
Export default.
With default, tell me. Export to, okay,
Default.
default. Export default that particular value. Okay, without default, most of the times on the line only we are going to export. With the default, always in the last statement we are going to place it syntactically. Import, how we can import? No
Import
way,
N1.
nothing directly you can import it. But the thing is like this one is always, this one is always any reference. It's not like okay, exactly N1 you exported with default to, you have to use like N1, not like that. Any reference you can use it. What is the reason? How many export defaults you can write in a single file? Maximum.
One.
Export defaults, how many you can write? One. If it is like only one value, you can refer with any name or not. If it is like only one value, you can refer with any name or not. Yes or no? Agreed, ah? So for good, up to Reka, everyone. Now, okay, yesterday, and one more thing also we discussed yesterday's one, this one, right? So if it is only the application flow, there has three applications over there: client and server and the database. Okay, database also, just think it is also running in one server. My server application also, backend application also running in one server, and my front end application also running in one server. Yes or no? Either you can run these three applications in different servers, or within the same server also we can run it. Now tell me, server is nothing but it's a mission which is like run always without any, okay, without any interruption. Most of the times it's like 24/7 it's going to run or not. Now tell me, when you can get the page cannot be reached exception. Okay, page cannot be reached. In which case you can get it? In the browser, when you can see the page cannot be reached. Cannot be reached. Page cannot be reached. This message, how many times you can see? Okay, in which cases you can see? I mean, one is
Internet.
like you're looking for wrong domain, wrong address. Then that time you can get like what? Page cannot be reached. Another one is like what? My address correct. My address correct. But my server down. My server down. Server down. Server down is nothing but what? My address google.com is correct, but my google.com, this particular application is running on mission. That mission is like shut down. That mission is not running. Server is down. Then that time we are not able to reach or not. Then that time also you can get like this kind of error. What is the next one?
No internet access.
Internet problem also, right? Internet also. Your address is correct. My server also running somewhere, but to communicate from my local machine, internet is not there, so that we are not able to reach or not. In this case, you can get this kind of. The next one is like server errors. Okay, server side error. Okay, when you can get it? My client send a request. Okay, when you can get like server side errors? One is like my client send a request with wrong address or not. Send a request with the wrong URL. Wrong URL. URL is nothing but address. The next one is what? Server is down. Server is down. Upstream down. This kind of errors you can get it. Server is down is nothing but my server application is running here. My client is trying to communicate with this server application. My server application is running one mission. That mission is down. That mission is like shut down, whatever it may be. Then the time is my client communicate with that. Is my client communicate with the server application if the server machine is down? No, right? Yes or no? Okay. Anyone have any questions so far? Okay, the next one. The next one, when you can get the server error. 404, 404 error, you can get it sometimes. Now, here, my client application is running one server, my server application also running. Okay, that is also the server application, wherever it is running, that server also, that machine also running. But the address, the URL is wrong. Whenever the URL is wrong, okay, then the time you can get like a 404. Is nothing but this one only. 404 error, you can get it. Okay, 404 error, you can get it. Okay. Now, when you can get the DB connection error? DB connection error. Come on. DB connection error. My database also running in one mission or not. See, this is my database. My database also running one mission. It should not shut down again. Whenever this mission shut down, then the time you can get like a DB connection error. Okay. The DB server mission shut down. Shut down, then the time you can get it. The next one is like connection string is wrong. Connection string is nothing but here the URL, here I mentioned like connection string. DB connection string is wrong, then that time also you can get like a DB connection errors or not. Okay, whenever you run the web application, you may see this kind of errors most of the times. Okay, if you see these errors, client only, there is something wrong. Client application is running, I can see in the browser, but he is not able to communicate with the server, means server application, there has some error, 404, okay, some logic error, 500 errors, this kind of error. Server error is nothing but the status code is like 500, okay, 500. We'll see the status codes later. Now, my server application also running, but he is not able to save the data in the database. So he is not able to connect properly with the database or not. So if he is not able to save, okay, connect with the database, then the time DB connection error, you can get it. DB connection error, you can get it. These are the most of the cases you can see the errors. These are the errors you can see. Okay, now everyone. So that make sure my client application should up and run, my server application should up and run, and my DB server also up and run. Then only, okay, my client communicate with the server, my server communicate with the database, my database, in the database you can perform required operation and give the response back to the client. Any one of this one is like down, you may get one of this error. You may get one of this error. Understood? Anyone have any questions so far? Okay, 1 second. Huh? Yeah, I'm back. So let's go and run yesterday's program only, but it's like I want to run my Node.js application in one server. I want to run my Node.js application. I said, right, my Node application should run in one server, then only my client can communicate with the server or not. So I want to run my Node application in one server. I want to connect with the Node application. My Node application should respond. That's it. Our goal is like, I want to run my Node application in one server. That Node application, whenever I'm trying to connect, who is going to connect with the Node application? Node application connect with the DB. Who connect with the Node application? Client. is nothing but browser, you can say. My browser is going to connect with the node application. Whenever my browser connect with the node application, my node application should respond. Hey, okay, I'm okay. I can listen you. Something like this, you have to give the response. Okay, that is our goal. Okay, let's go. Now, first, you can create one folder. One simple folder you can create. My node server. Okay. After that, what do you want me to do? Come on, procedure you can follow. After that, what do you want me to do? I don't want to run one JS file directly through command prompt like this. Okay, node app.js, something like this. Just I want to use like a package.json for best practice. So how we can get the package.json file in the node server folder? How I can get the package.json in the node server folder?
npm init.
npm init is the command or not? So let's go to the node server. Okay, see, this is the command prompt. How we can get the command prompt, everyone know, right? Okay, this is the VS Code. Most of the people knows this editor. Okay, here you can see the terminal. In the terminal, new terminal, you can click here. See this? You can see the PowerShell, and you can see the command prompt git bash to run your shell commands, to run some git related, version control related, okay, command prompt, all these things you can see. So let's go here. Node. Okay, first go to that folder. Node server. After that, I want to create one package.json file, right? So npm init is the command. In your machine, npm is not there. You have to install node or nvm software. NVM stands for node version manager. Node version manager, NVM. If it is not there, NVM, not NPM, NVM, node version manager. So once you run this npm init command, it is going to ask some basic questions. What is the package name and version, description, like this something. Okay, other keywords, git repository and license. Finally, you can say okay. Then that time you can get like a package.json file. Then the time you can get like your package.json file. Okay, done. The next one, I want to create one simple root file that is like app.js file. I want to create one simple root file that is like app.js file. That is like app.js file. Understood, everyone? The next one, the basic thing, if you want to run this app.js in the package.json, I want to run one simple, I want to add one command. So just I want to run this one. Hello. Just I want to run this JS file. For that, I want to create one command here. If you want to add a command, in which section you want me to add that command?
Okay.
Here, in which section you want me to add that command? In the scripts section, you can add it. What is the command you want me to add? Key can be anything, but most of the times we prefer like a start. Last time we used it like VTS. Now just we use it like a start. What about the next one? What about the next one? Actual your action. I want to run app.js. For that purpose, you can use either node to run the JS file, either you can use nodemon to run the JS file. Which one you preferred? Development mode, most of the people prefer like nodemon. Okay, for a live reloading or not. If you do any change, immediately it is going to reload and give the updated output to you. So here, node, what is that? Nodemon is the command. Which file you want me to run? app.js. Nodemon command, if it is not available, so run it. So how we can run that? npm. Come on, what is the key? The key is what? Start. The key can be anything I said, right? So we can use some different key also. Then the type, how we can run, we'll see. npm start. See, whenever you start it, okay, nodemon app.js is running or not. In my mission, nodemon is already installed yesterday. npm install -g nodemon. That's the reason it is available. One time operation, if you want, then you can use like what? npx or not. One time if you want to make it available, one time is nothing but whenever I run node.js, then only I want. Okay, remaining times I don't want that nodemon. So one time operation you can go with the npx is the command nodemon app.js. Now if you do any change, see live reloading is happening or not. But one thing you have to observe here, see nodemon internally use node only or not. My node only provide a environment to run the js file outside the browser or not. Node only one person can run the js file outside the browser. Nodemon also internally using what? Node only, right? Node only, right? Yes or no? Now in the package.json I use it like a start. Whenever I use it like a start, how we can run it? How we can run it? Simply I run like the command is like what? Npm start is the command. If I change this one to any name, okay, if I change this one to any name, okay, now whenever you run this one, see now the command name is like triple x, just click on it. Now see it gives an error, right? It gives an error or not. Okay, whenever you run, okay, whenever you use the keys like a start, directly you can use npm that start. Directly you can use like npm that start. Okay, it is running. But whenever you use except, okay, other than start, if you use anything, then that time you have to run the command npm, not directly vts, npm run vts, you can use it. That's it. Don't think more. If it is like a start, directly you can use npm start. Other than start, any key you use, no problem at all. But the command should be what? Npm run that key. Npm run that key. Understood? Now it is running or not? Okay, now my question is like this hollow I'm getting like in the terminal. I don't want like that. Okay, how you want? Now like this, my node application should run in one server. Whenever I'm connecting with my client, the client is nothing but a browser. Whenever I'm trying to connect with my browser, I need to get some response from this guy. I want to get some response from this guy. That is my requirement. For that, we have, okay, by default, I don't have anything here. I didn't write anything. If you want to run this particular application in one server, we have one JS file is there, one library is there, one module is there, given by some third-party people. Now, my question is like, what is module? What is library? What is library? Can anyone knows? What is library? It's a simple JS file or not? Okay, module, it's like a simple JS file or not? If you want to use it, first of all, you have to get that file, and you have to load it, and you have to use it or not. Yes or no? You have to get that file, you have to load that file, and then you can use it or not. Whatever that file contains, tell me, usually JS contains what? Variables are there, methods are there, okay, classes are there. Other than that, what we can see? Nothing, nah. So that, okay, you have to get that JS file and load that JS file and use that JS file or not. So if you want to run your node application in one server, we have one library, one module is there. What is that module? You know, that module name is like HTTP is the module. What is the module name? HTTP is the module. HTTP is the module. Now that HTTP module, I want to use it. HTTP module, I want to use it. Okay, now how we can use it? See, first of all, that HTTP module I said, right? Just name is like HTTP. Okay, if I print this one, what happened? We'll see. If I print this one, what happened? We'll see. Now, can anyone check HTTP is there or not there? See, what is the error? HTTP is the module I said. Okay, HTTP module just trying to print it, make it available or not available. I want to check it. Is it available or not available? Whenever I print console.log of HTTP, is it available or not available? My HTTP is not defined, means it is not available. HTTP is not defined or not. So first of all, you have to define that HTTP or not. So can I define that HTTP? How we can define that HTTP? Very simple. Like a variable you can define. Constant HTTP equals to 10. Okay, now you can get like what output is like a 10 or not. Now tell me, yeah, I said like HTTP is like your module given by some other people to run your node application in the server. You defined like this means HTTP is like a variable you defined. You want me to use this HTTP like a variable? Huh? No, right? My HTTP is the module given by some third party people to run your node application in one server or not. You are not the person to assign the value. You not the person. Okay, assign some value to the HTTP. HTTP is like a third party module or not. So that module I required. Okay, last time we already discussed what is this require. What is this require? See, I require a HTTP. Okay, this module by default available. This module by default available. If you print this console.log, now see, I am able to see something like this or not. 2222. Okay, now see. If you observe here, some value printed or not. See, some value printed or not. This is related to my HTTP module value only. My HTTP module gives me this value. You can ask a question. Hey, you said like require HTTP, but who exported? By default, there has some modules are available in your JavaScript. This is like one kind of module is like HTTP is the one. HTTP, path, okay, this kind of modules are there. We'll see one by one. I required like HTTP, so HTTP module is available. So if I write like MongoDB, okay, is that MongoDB module is available or not available? MongoDB module is available or not available? See this. MongoDB module is available or not available? Error is what? Cannot find module. So MongoDB module by default available. Is my MongoDB module by default available?
No.
My path module by default available or not available in JavaScript? Available or not available? See that? Available, right? Okay, for example, cars is the one. Okay, is my cars module available or not available?
Available, not available.
Available or not available?
Not available.
Not available, right? That means what you can understand, some of the modules by default available in JavaScript, some of the modules not available. Agreed with my statement, everyone? Module is nothing but simple JS file only. No, no other thought. One JS file, just you are load, you can use it. You can load it, use it. So while loading, some of the modules are like by default available, some of the modules are not available. Now my question is like, available modules I can simply, you can use something like this, require HTTP, something like this, you can write it, you can get the value. But the modules which are not available by default, how we can make it available? That is the question. The modules which are not available by default in your JavaScript or by default not available in your application, okay, how you can make it available? Okay, through node only, these all are available. Through node only, these all are default modules. HTTP path, these kind of modules are like a default modules. Through node, you can get it. Okay, now tell me how we can, which are not available, you can make it available. Anyone? Okay, very simple. We not discussed. Okay, how we can make it available means, say this. Okay, there has OS is there. The OS model is available or not? Come on, OS model is available or not? Available or not? Available, right? Okay, path is available. FS, file system related file paths, if you want to refer, that is available or not? See, there is no error, nothing. HTTP is like a our module only or not? Okay, like this, different modules are there. So cars, it is available or not available? By default not available, so I want to make it available. How? You know, very simple. Okay, the module name, you know na, what is the module name? What is the module name? Come on. Cars is the module name. By default available or not available? By default available or not available?
Not available.
Not available. How we can make it available? Okay, don't go to the Google and get that JS file, load that JS file with scripts. That is one procedure. Don't go like that. Why? Because okay, developer only focus on the business logic, not like this kind of setups or not. Yes or no? Okay, get the module and load it. That is, you should not spend more time. Go to the Google, okay, search for the module, download it, copy it, script tag you can use. These all extra burden, right? So that my JS related. Okay, in my JavaScript applications, in my JS world, there has one person is there. That person manages all your JavaScript related modules. Okay, there has one person who manages all JavaScript related modules. Who is that person? You know, Node Package Manager. Node Package Manager. Okay, it manages all modules, all packages. It is going to manage. So tell me, the person, one specific person, one specialist is there. Okay, he worked for only that particular one. Okay, then that time you preferred that guy only or not? Node package manager only for Node. Okay, only for the JavaScript related packages he is going to maintain. If you want the JavaScript related package, you can go to that person. At that time you can get immediate response or not instead of Google. So how we can ask to this guy get that module means very simple. Npm install a man. Okay, hey Node package manager, can you install this cars module in my okay application folder? Where is your application? That application folder you have to keep here. But one thing what you know, okay, this whenever you run this command, make sure in this folder your package.json should be there. Package.json should be there. Okay, now Node server is your folder. Package.json already there. In the package.json only there has some changes. You can find it after running this command. See, npm install cars. Okay, what changes you found in the Node server? Just let me know. How many files are there at this moment? 2 files only there, but you can see 2 more items. See, whenever you run, whenever you make this particular module is available in your application. Okay, if you run npm install cars, so see, there has 2 more items added. One is like package lock.json added, another one is like node modules added. In the package.json also there has in the package.json also there has one more section added. What is that section? What is that section added? Come on. Dependency section added or not? Dependency section added or not? Okay, now if you run this one,
So the default version it handles by itself.
the default latest version. If you want a specific version, you have to use npm install cars at the rate that version you can mention.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, now if you observe here, npm run vts, so are you able to see the error? Okay, are you able to see the error? In the past you got an error. Now are you able to see that error? See this. Okay, HTTP not something. Okay, some okay return value, the return value. Okay, now my cars by default not available, but I'm able to make it available or not. Now same like this, MongoDB. Is it available or not available? This module not available. I want to make it available. By default in the node that module is not there. Okay, how we can make it available? Come on, how we can make it available? By running which command? Who has all the modules? Who maintain all the modules? Node package manager. Next, npm, come on, install I for install, or you can write like install also. Shortcut is I. Next, which module? Which module you want me to make it available? MongoDB. At least name should require. You should know name. If the name is no, if you don't know the name itself, then which module you are going to looking for? Now, whenever you run this one, now see, there has one more item is going to add in the dependencies section. Okay, node modules and package.json will discuss. Just wait. Now see, my MongoDB added or not. Once it is done, in the past you have an error. What is that error? In the past you have an error. What is that error? MongoDB is not cannot find module MongoDB. But now it should not. But now it should not. Okay, you can get something else. You can get something else or not. Okay, cannot find module. Okay, that error message you should not get it. Now see, you get like something else or not. See, what is this one? That is next level. Our goal is like in your application, one module or one library is not available. How we can make it available? Again, I'm telling this is not only for Node, it is for this procedure for any JavaScript related applications. Angular application, Vue.js application, Node application, React application, React Native application, whatever the application. Okay, how you can make some libraries available in your application means by running npm install command. Okay, agreed everyone? Now, whenever you run npm install command, whenever you run npm install command. Okay, now one more thing. Okay, let me show you node folder. Create a folder. Create one folder test. Let me go to the test folder. Let me go to the test folder. Now, if I run npm install course, what happened? Npm install course. If I run, then what happened? Now, if you run it, now see, whenever you run npm install course, in which folder? In the test folder. Okay, can I refresh? Where is my test folder? CLS. This is my test folder. Did you find anything? Usually, whenever you run this command, there are two items added, right? What those items are added? What are those items? Two items added. What are those? Come on. What are those? One is like node modules, another one is like package.json or not. Okay, you are not the person. You are not the person. Okay, this is something not changed. That's okay, fine. Okay, just close this one and go to the test. Just delete it. Move to recycle. Yeah, delete it. So whenever you run npm install, okay, there has 3 to 4 operation it is going to perform. What are those? Whenever you run npm install course, okay, what happened? You know, first you run in one folder, na? You run in one folder or not? Whenever you run in one folder, this one, okay, first it is looking for package.json. Okay, looking for package.json. Okay, once he has the package.json, okay, add okay course with the latest version. With the latest version in which section? Dependencies section or not? Okay, once it is added in the dependencies section, library is nothing but JS file. Na? That JS file has to download in your program or not? And then download course library and okay, place in the okay node underscore modules folder. Okay, it creates. If not there, it is create. Okay, if it is there, okay, directly that library download and place in the node modules folder or not. Now, once it is done and log the version, okay, in the package, okay, package log.json, okay, log.json, package log.json version only it is going to consider that is logged. So these are the things it is going to perform whenever you run this npm install any library name. Looking for package.json and it is going to place in the dependencies section with the latest version and then download that library and place in the node modules folder and look for the okay log the package log.json, log the version in the package log.json. These operations it is going to perform. If you observe the node modules folder, now see the MongoDB related, course related, already downloaded or not. See course related download here, MongoDB downloaded here, like this. Okay, there are some other dependencies also. MongoDB is this is the one. Like this, it is going to download and place or not. Whenever it is like placed, now you can use your library. Now, whenever you mentioned like this dot dot to dot dot to, it is looking for your local path. Whenever you not mentioned anything, directly it is looking for this particular module in the node modules folder. Got my point? If you write something like this, now see in the 1.js, 2.app.js, see require .1.js dot you mentioned. Whenever you mention dot to dot something relative paths, it is looking for the project folder. Whenever you not mention anything, simply plain text you added means this is looking inside the node underscore modules folder. MongoDB node underscore modules folder. There are not there. Okay, MongoDB. There are not there. Come on. It is looking for MongoDB in the node modules folder. Understood? So let's come to my HDP. So my HDP is available or not available by default in the node? My HDP is available or not available by default in the node? Come on. My HDP is available or not?
Available.
Okay, by default available, right? By default available. So there is no need to install. Okay, simply that is available. So in the HDP, okay, there has it's a module. My module contains what? Module is nothing but JS file. My JS file contains what?
Variables, methods.
Yeah, my JS file contains variables, methods. Okay, these things only or not. So in the HDP, there has one method is there. Create server is the method. Which method is there? Create server is the method. Create server. Okay, which take like what? One listener. What is this listener? Request listener. Whenever you send my client send okay request, my client trying to communicate, this guy is going to listen. This guy is going to receive that request or not. My listeners are like what? He receive the request and perform some operation. Listeners are like which type? Come on, perform some operation means you have to write some code, right? So how we can write the code? Within the function only or not? So listener is nothing but function listens and performs some operation. You have to write some code, right? Yes or no? Understood? So, and my create server is a function. Whenever one function you called, it is going to return some value to you or not. What it is going to return? One server it is going to return. Once my server is ready, you have to run the server, right? Without running, how? Okay, I want to run my server in my local machine only with some port number. So you can mention the port number is like 2020 or whatever it may be. Okay, after that, okay, again, you can see the listener, one callback function, you can write it. Okay, I will explain this one. Just I want to make it like, okay, server is running in 2024, something like this you can mention. Now see, you created one server, that server is running in my local machine. Okay, in which port number? 2020 is my port number. Okay, done. Now you can run this. Go to node server npm. Okay, what is that command? In the package.json, npm run vts, right? Run vts. Okay, it's a PowerShell. Don't use PowerShell. Command prompt you can use it. npm run vts. Okay, missing a script vts. Why it is missing script vts? Yes. Okay, why? Because node server you have to go, right? npm run vts. Now my application should see server is running in 2020 port number or not. Where? In my local machine. Now you can open the browser. In my browser, okay, localhost 2020 you can open. Localhost 2020 you can open. whenever my browser send a request, who listens? My server is going to listen. So whenever my server is like listen, okay, which method is going to execute? My listener is going to execute or not? If you want to check it, you can write like a console.log listening. Okay, now see, it is able to listen or not. Now see, you are sending the request, that the reason it is able to listen or not. But listening is okay. I want to give some response back, right? So you can give some response dot send. Okay, response dot send. What do you want me to? Response dot end. Hello, hello. Okay, like this you can. Now see, whenever I send a request, that guy is going to give some response back to me or not, and the request or not. Everything we'll discuss later. But what I'm trying to say is, just I want to create one server. That server has to run. So my node application is running in one server now or not. Whenever my node application is running in one server, so my client can send or communicate with my node application or not. Understood, everyone? Okay, this is completely JavaScript. If you observe here, HTTP create server you called. If you pass one function as a parameter, that parameter, what we can say, callback. Already we discussed about the callbacks or not. Here also, if you listen, the first parameter is a number. Second parameter again is what? Callback or not. Whenever you pass one function as a parameter to another function, that function we can say like a higher order. That function they called by passing some parameters again or not. These all things, okay, callbacks related. I already told you callbacks and promises are very, very important. Why? Because internally the syntax and everything in the Node.js, these two only we are going to use. Agreed? Any questions, anyone?
So this listening part of it, does it by default break down, or it keeps listening till we write some code?
Every request, if you send a request to the localhost 2020, then that time it is going to listen. It's not like keep on listening.
Oh, okay, got it.
Sir, we are using NVM command. We can get the package of the JSON.
NVM, Node Version Manager, is a software to make the node is available. So what's your question?
Yeah, how we can get package.json?
Package.json
we
npm init. Okay,
same command.
Okay, see, node is equals to nvm. Okay, npm is separate. Node install means npm is available. NVM install also npm is available. Why? Because both are make my node is available in your machine. Okay, NVM is a software.
Yes, sir.
NPM is like a package manager which package maintain all your packages. Okay, either you install node, npm is available. Either you can install nvm, npm is available. Okay.
Oops.
Okay, then we'll continue remaining things in the next session. Next session is on Monday. Okay, I'm going to share all these videos. Just you can walk through those. Okay, who is not registered? Just you can register, enroll. Then you can see once you log in. Then you can see all your videos. Who not enroll? Just enroll. Who is not able to enroll? Just let us know so we can help you. Okay, just you can go through videoschool.com. Okay, there you can find our WhatsApp number. Just you can drop a message. Okay, then thank you guys. Thanks for joining.